If you are currently feeling limerence for someone who may have narcissistic tendencies or borderline personality disorder, or who exhibits or claims to experience this realm, you yourself, if you are interested in being in a romantic relationship with them, or if you are already dating them perhaps, or just feel strong limerence towards them, you need to beware, literally beware, of the consequences that may follow through if you were to continuously engage with this person, especially if you are not equipped to handle their behavior. Someone with NPD or BPD, someone who at least displays that characteristic, those traits, without even being diagnosed like that. I'm talking about those people, not the people who've actually been diagnosed. You are going to get burnt severely. I'm talking like severely burnt. And I'm talking about BPD women here specifically. If you're a man interested in one of these women, you're going to get burnt. You see all the stories all over the internet of how these men have been manipulated and hurt, and even if they were a calm and loving person, they were still thrown into the pit of fire. There are things such as character assassinations. There are going behind your back, constant promiscuous sexual relations. And here's the thing. If you somehow are able to stomach all of the shit that you'd have to go through and experience just to communicate and be with this person you're romantically interested in, are you even prepared to listen to the things that they really feel? Because deep down they have a hole in their heart. They have a deep void. They identify and immerse themselves in the void. And it's safe to them, believe it or not. It's actually safe to live in chaos because that's the only thing they know since childhood. It's not their fault. And in their own way, they try to get out of it, but because it's also very addicting, they can't really escape it. And here's the funny thing as well. Let's say you are miraculously somehow on the journey of overcoming that severe hellhole of a relationship or limerence. The moment they start feeling peace is the moment they start feeling disoriented. Peace is uncomfortable. It's kind of scary because it's not something they're familiar with. And so they will continue to remain hypervigilant even after you've done all the work. And this is talking about the miraculous even getting to this point. If you're even able to get to that point at all, and you're able to stomach the hell that you have to do to get there, then, there's still more work to be done that not even I know how to do yet. And so what you're going to have to do, if you are considering yourself to be a normal person, if you don't want to pull yourself through the mud and the dirt and the shit, either you're going to have to become a master psychologist in interacting with this person, because that's your only way to get through, and you become a safe beacon who essentially puts up with abuse, not because you are self-disrespecting yourself, but because it rubs off you like water on a duck. If you want some peace, if you want some type of, not hell, your best move forward is to not really go through that hell unless you want to get burnt and appreciate those scars that you're going to get and learn. Become a freaking psychologist, therapist. Because a normal person cannot go through that. A normal person cannot put up with the amount of stuff that is disproportionate in their life. They cannot put up with that. And if you're putting up with that, kudos to you. Your best move is to literally just keep growing, keep learning where the other party is coming from. Do not judge them, even for the most disproportionate things. And to understand them on a very deep level so that they don't even know that how why you understand them on such a deep level. Like, you see them so deep that somehow that even is able to overcome so much. If you're looking for solutions on how to overcome not the trauma, but just to even feel that limerence that you're desiring so much, if you just want to experience having that taste of feeling like you yourself are valued by that person whom you see through their lens, you see through their lens and you think to yourself, if they value me, then I am valued. But you are lovable even when you're alone. That's the thing, okay? You have to come to this realization that you are lovable even if you are alone and they've left you 1,000 times or more. And this person, right, if you actually wanted to get them back, you actually have to be narcissistic in return. That's what gets them to elicit some type of negative response. They can't really put up with that. Actually, borderline person, at least someone who identifies with this. Me personally, I don't look at someone as borderline. I don't look at that. But for the general consensus, people who generally believe that that's actually a thing, for people who believe in the avoidant attachment system and daddy issues, essentially, you kind of have to abandon them. You have to give them the biggest fears, essentially. You kind of have to treat them like a piece of shit in a sense, and that's the only thing that kind of keeps them around. But only to a certain extent, because if you become far too extreme, such as you give her a black eye or you do something disproportionate yourself, then that actually pushes her away even more. It doesn't matter how nice you are, how kind you are, how many gifts you give her, etc. Here or there, she might value them, she might throw those gifts away. And that level of kindness is not what's attracting her in. What attracts her in is that she sees herself, she sees a future with the person she herself feels romantically interested in. And this image, it comes to fruition when you're just being yourself, but it also fades away. The more she feels at peace, the more disoriented she's going to become.